Yeah, I remember doing them at home, so I don't know. That's what Karen said, but I don't know for sure either.
Okay.
So,
all right, we're go.
Kelly just called me, Rhonda, just a few minutes ago. She needs her whole stuff.
Okay, that should be better.
Okay. The camera's not on.
Oh, I thought it was on. Sorry. There we go. Okay, guys. We're going to get started here, so go ahead and get situated. I know. Okay, shut this down here for a minute. Okay. I'm going to do introductions while you guys get situated. Make sure you do have a block handy today. Hi, so for anyone at home, this is Yen Flow. A little bit slower class, actually a lot slower class. We move through 3 parts. We start with meditation, and then we'll do a really gentle flow, so a little bit of movement to kind of warm us up. And then we'll move into our Yen practice. So Yen, if this is new to you, is poses that are held for 3 to 5 minutes each. So we're holding these poses for a longer period of time to get a little bit deeper into the muscles, the inner layer muscles of, or inner layers of the muscles. Really great practice to add on if you're really active, you guys are taking a lot of classes. This kind of just slows it down, gives your body that chance to recover, and just, you know, really good mentally to just slow down, because we don't do that a lot. Write this here so it's not like right in your ear. So today we are going to use a block. If you are at home and don't have one, that's okay. I don't even have one. No, those were yours. Let me just steal one from you. You should only need one. A block. You can grab books. You can also do all these poses without the block, but in Yen we like to support the body. Keep in mind you are holding these poses for a long time, so it can get a little bit uncomfortable. Uncomfortable should never mean painful, though. So if it does feel painful, flag me down. I'll try to give some different options as well for you guys. And feel free, as always, if something doesn't feel right in your body, just do something else, or let me know and I can make some suggestions. Wine or have wine? I'll take have wine. Okay, so today we're going to focus on grounding, and I'll kind of explain a little bit more about that as we get into our meditation. But go ahead and come to a comfortable seat, somewhere you can hold for 5 or 6 minutes here. And start to shut the eyes down or soften your gaze. And then our Yen practice, the breath can just be natural. If you want to come to an even inhale and even exhale, you are welcome to. But again, this class is just about feeling supported, feeling at ease. So find a breath that is going to work for you in this moment. So there'll be a lot of stillness, a lot of quietness through our practice today. And during these moments of silence, just encourage you to focus on, again, finding a little bit of grounding, a little bit of centering. We're going to focus on what we call the root chakra. So if you're not familiar with the chakra system, it's just points of energy in the body. This imaginary points, imaginary line that runs up and down from the crown of your head all the way to the bottom of your spine. So these points of energy, they're just ways to connect to our physical, mental, and spiritual well-being. Places that we can pinpoint to check in with how we're feeling and where in the body we're feeling certain things. Helps us figure out where we need to balance, focus energy, to focus attention, to focus our intentions, which we've been talking a lot about. I had someone explain it to me once as the computer software for your body. All these different points running together, and they help make it work, they help make it run. When we have one of these points, one of these chakras off balance or out of sorts, that whole computer system is out of whack. Slows you down, distracts you. To fix that, we start at the root cause. So our root chakra, grounding, it's right at the base of the spine, right where your sit bone is. When this chakra is aligned, we feel safety, security, comfort. When it's out of line, you might feel insecurity, anxiousness, lacking. So we're just going to take a few moments here. And I want you to just think about something that makes you feel stable and grounded. Just calling on that thought, that thing, that energy. And willing that sense of stability into this space, this moment in time. So hopefully we all have something that has come to mind for us tonight. And just carry that with you throughout this practice. Anytime that pose gets hard, you want to come out of it, when you want to take the easier route, We focus on that sense of stability and how we want to feel. So wherever you're at, we're going to start to add movement to our practice, moving away from this initial meditation. And sit up as tall as you can. Notice if you had started to slouch over. Lengthen back out that spine. Feel your sit bones rooting in to the ground, your cushion, and your block. And from here, we'll sweep the arms up overhead. Bring the palms to touch above your head. And exhale, hands come down to your heart center. Let's take a breath in together. Inhale. Exhale. We begin our practice. Okay, if your eyes are closed, you can slowly flutter the eyelids open. And then we're going to come to standing at the top of our mat. So if you have a block or pillows, you can set that aside. We'll come back to it. So just come to the top of your mat here. Find a good standing position. We'll start in Tadasana, or our mountain pose. Standing up tall, rooting down through the ground. Arms by the side, fingertips spread wide. From here, inhale, sweep those arms up overhead. Palms touch. Exhale, hands come to the heart center. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Palms touch. Exhale, draw it down. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. From here, inhale, sweep the arms up. Last time. And then fold all the way down. You gently bend the knees as you roll down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Bring the palms to the shins. Create length in the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Again, inhale, lift up just halfway here. Exhale, bend the knees, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, last time. Exhale, plant the hands, and we'll step our way into our downward facing dog. So feet hips width distance apart, maybe a bend in the knees here. Add on any movements you need. You can pedal out the feet. Rock the hips side to side. Just starting to feel into the body here. And if you're moving, come to stillness. On your inhale, send the right leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. Bend the knees, point the toes towards the left side of your mat, stacking open the hips. So you can stay in stillness or take big circles with that knee. If you're taking circles, move a couple times in one direction, and then move it to the other. Come back to stillness, straighten that leg out. Inhale. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands and drop the left knee for low lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus the arms, take a little back bend. Shoulder blades come together behind you. Inhale, reach up. Good. Again, exhale, cactus the arms, back bend. Inhale, reach up. We'll do that once more. Exhale, back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands come down. Straighten the right leg. Pull the hips back, half splits. A little half splits here. Hold for 3 breaths. Long spine, inhale. Exhale. Last breath in. Exhale. Rebend that right leg on your inhale. Tuck the left toe under and step to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Bring the arms up overhead. Reach up tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back to your plank pose. Drop the knees if you need to, and lower all the way to your belly. Untuck the toes, baby cobra, lift up the chest. Exhale, lower down. 2 more, inhale, float the chest up. Exhale, lower. 1 more, inhale. Exhale. Child's pose on your next breath. Hips come back towards the heels. Knees can come out wide. Bring the crown of the head to the earth. Reach the fingertips forward. Take a breath in. Breath out. Inhale, pulls you forward. Tuck the toes under. Back to our downward dog. Hips come high. Left leg comes to the sky. In. Bend the knees. Stack the hips open. Toes point towards the right side of your mat. Maybe take those circles with the knee here. Gently opening up the hip joint. Make sure you go both directions. Great. Inhale, straighten the leg back out. Exhale, step the left foot between the palms, top of your mat. Right knee comes down. Low lunge. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Stay, exhale. Inhale. Cactus those arms, back bend, exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Half splits here. Left leg straightens. Pull it back. 3 full rounds of breath. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come forward. Rebend that left leg. Tuck the right toes under. Step to the top of your mat. Lift up halfway. Inhale. Exhale, we forward fold. Rise all the way up. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Plank pose, step it back. Drop to your knees if you need and lower all the way to the belly. Exhale. Just 1 baby cobra this time. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, release. Child's pose on your inhale. Knees wide, hips back. Just one breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come forward. Tuck the toes under, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes to the sky. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Back leg stays lifted, rise up, crescent lunge. Inhale. So we're on the ball of our back foot. Breath in here. Exhale, sweep the arms back, chest comes forward. Inhale, rise back up, crescent. Exhale, sweep it back, chest forward. Last one, inhale, rise. Exhale, sweep it back. Stay here, just a transition. We inhale, warrior three, float the left leg. Good. Exhale, left foot meets the right at the top of your mat. From here, we're gonna take a little gentle tree pose. So let's start on grounding down through the right leg. And then the left sole of the foot is gonna come either into the calf or just connect it to the mat here, curling the toes under. So nothing too strenuous. We just wanna kind of work on that hip opening. You can stay here if you want, reach the arms up to the sky, or maybe hands at prayer with your heart. Good. So when we think about a tree has roots. Those roots, without them, the tree wouldn't grow. So you have to start at the base. Those roots have to seed, they have to connect to the earth. One more breath here, inhale. Good, exhale, just come back to standing. Bring the arms down by the side. Take a big inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold back down. Lift up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, plank pose, we step back. Drop the knees, lower to the belly. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Good, either child's pose, or you can press all the way back up to plank here, your choice. Downward dog on your exhale, however you want to get there. Last side here, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step the left foot between the hands. Rise up, crescent lunge. Stay and back leg lifted. Breath in here. Sweep it back. Exhale, chest comes forward. Inhale, lift back up, crescent. Exhale, sweep it back. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, sweep back. We hold here just to transition. Float that right leg. Warrior three. Exhale, right foot meets the left, top of the mat. We'll take our gentle tree pose on this side. So anchor through the left foot. Sole of the right foot comes into the left shin. Or just connect the toes to the earth here. Again, your choice with the arms reaching up. If you're reaching up, think about this upward and downward motion. So we're rooting down through that left foot, but then our arms are reaching up as tall as they can. We're growing tall, but you never lose that hold with the ground. One more breath in. Exhale, go ahead and release. Come back to standing last time here. Good. So we're actually going to start our yin practice in Tadasana. We did this a little bit in beginner's yoga the other day. We're just going to hold it for longer. So we're really just gonna focus on our Tadasana for a few minutes here. But I'm gonna let you choose this time where you want your weight to be. So normally the weight's a little bit centered, but find really what helps you feel anchored here. So if you wanna root down through the heels, if you wanna bring the body weight a little bit forward into the toes, maybe we just start by rocking forward and back, and you find a place to land here. Maybe take a couple circles with the neck. Get any fidgets out before we come to this pose. When you feel ready, come to stillness, shut the eyes down. Leaving the palms open, facing forward by your side. And then noticing if you're locking the knees out, we just want to soften here a little bit. Shoulders down from the ears. We stand tall and proud. And we just breathe. This is one of the poses where I don't know what happens. Maybe you feel you start to sway a little bit. But it's like everything else just starts to fade away. You find that center of gravity and you just feel like you're in just a small little space. Last few breaths here. Starting to bring some movement back into the body. Maybe wiggle the fingers a little bit. If you want, opening the eye. And then from here, just gonna inhale, reach the arms up, bring the palms to touch. We're gonna dive all the way down on our exhale. So we're gonna stay folded over. If this bothers you, you can come to a seat and do maybe a little forward fold. But bring the feet about hips width distance apart here. Bend the knees. So I don't want to hurt our lower backs here. So it's not really about the hamstrings. I'm going to protect the lower back, bending the knees, and we're going to take our ragdoll pose. You can grab opposite elbows, or you can let the arms hang. In yin, I just call this dangling. Yeah, for your hands? Yeah, absolutely. I'm just gonna do this just 2 minutes, so a little bit shorter. And you don't have to be still if you don't want to. You can add the little sway. But make sure those feet just feel firmly grounded into the earth here. About 5 more breaths. You can play with straightening one leg and then the other. Just listen to your body, whatever feels good. Last breath in here. Exhale. And then let's heel toe the feet a little bit closer together. Come to that halfway lift on your inhale. Exhale, plant the hands. And we'll step back to downward facing dog. I won't stay here. We've kind of been upside down for a little bit. All right, so from here, come forward to a plank and drop the knees. And we're going to sit back on our heels for Virasana. Okay. So this next pose is called broken toe pose. Broken toe pose. Don't be scared. I'm going to give you some options. So if you want to start just here in Virasana, this is fine. If you're staying here, I would suggest putting a pillow or block underneath your sit bones. You can even double up your mat or put a blanket under your knees. Okay, option 2, this is the broken toe part. You're gonna lift up a little bit and you're gonna curl the toes under. So if you wanna try it, you can. You're gonna be off the block, or you're gonna have the block really high on the tall height here. Actually, that might work. It just depends on how tall you are, really. You can start here, and then if this starts to actually really hurt, you can come out of it. But we don't stretch our toes out a lot, and we use them all day. So this actually feels really good. In the moment, it feels like, oh my gosh, what's going on? But it'll feel really good, I swear, when you're done. So find what works for you. Again, if you want to come out of it at any time, you're more than welcome to. When you feel comfortable, just shut the eyes down and really focus on the breath. It's going to be a distraction for you. I said we don't really do a lot of breath work in yin, but in these little bit more strenuous poses or shapes that our body doesn't take often, we might want to do a little bit deeper breathing, focusing on even inhales and even exhales. And then as this pose gets a little bit more difficult, notice if you're squeezing your glutes, if you're clenching a little bit. Try to just relax, let that sensation feel into the toes. Let the blood go to the toes, it's okay. It's only temporary. So everything we do, it's only temporary. All right, last few breaths. You got it. Okay, we're gonna come out. All right, come forward, untuck your toes if you aren't already. And then I like to come forward on my hands and knees and just kind of like bang out the feet. Okay. You guys can tell me on Sunday how your toes feel tomorrow. Okay. All right. For our next pose, let's see. I want to say tuck the toes under again. Just come to downward dog just so we can transition here. It might actually feel good since we've had our knees bent. You want to just pedal out the feet a little bit. Good. And then from here, either step forward or raise that right leg and step to the outside edge of your mat. And then step the left foot to the outside edge of your mat. So we're going to do Malasana. If you want to just watch for a second, you can, so you don't have to stay in this squat. Two options here, because I know Malasana is like a little bit uncomfortable for anyone who has really tight hips. I'm going to keep my block on the highest height. And I'm just going to take a wide squat and sit down on this block here. So knees out wide, the toes are out wide, the heels are in. It doesn't have to, like, you can bring your heels closer together like this if this is just really intense. If this feels like too much, put the block on the smallest height and come to a butterfly pose, bringing the feet together and the knees out wide. Or if you want to just start here and I am here. I will help you get out. I don't know if you're at home, you're on your own. Okay, so Malasana is also called yogi squat. In our vinyasa practice, we normally don't have the block here supporting us.
Serious? You would do that without it? Oh, that's what.
Yeah, just like this.
Oh.
But we're just gonna here. Whatever you feel like with your hands. You can bring your hands to prayer. You can rest them on your thighs. And try to sit up as tall as you can instead of hunching over. And close the eyes. So here we've taken the weight off the feet. And we find ourselves rooting down through the sit bones. Right at the base of where that root chakra energy point is actually situated. Take 10 more breaths here. Right, we're gonna come out of this pose. So ideally, you'd lift your hips up and move the block. If you want, you can just bring the hands out in front of you and kind of like plop down. We're gonna. Okay, if it feels good to stand back up, yeah, okay. So you can take some movements here if you want to roll the hips out. You want to like do some circles with the knees. Yeah.
What was that one called again?
Broken toe pose.
What was the one we just did, the squat?
Malasana. Yogi squat. Yeah. Okay. Whenever you feel kind of loosened back up, we're just going to make our way back down to the mat and come onto our backs. So our next pose, you're going to want to have your block handy. Carol, we did this last week, actually. So it's going to be a supported bridge pose. Actually, you want to probably have it to your side first. We're going to come onto our backs, knees bent, feet flat on the earth. And you're just going to lift your hips up and slide that block underneath you. Should be right at the base of the spine, the top of your sit bones. Probably the lowest height here, since we are holding this for an extended period of time. But if you really, really want it, you can bring the block to a taller height. If you do not have a block at home, you can just do this on your back. But what I want you to focus on is that base of the spine rooting down into either your block or the mat. So that's really where the weight is shifting. And then as you settle into this, your arms can be by your side. You want to ground down through the palms, you can do that. Or you can bring the arms up overhead for a little bit of stretch on the shoulders. Your choice. Maybe try a couple different variations, just seeing how the body feels with each. And finding your center here. Last few breaths here. And if you have your arms over your head, bring the arms back down by the side of the body. Gently lift the hips up and slide that block out from underneath you. And take a little windshield wiper of the legs, rocking the legs right to left, rolling the hips a little bit. And then stay on your backs. I'm going to stand up to show you the next pose. It'll be our last one before Shavasana. This is called Banasana, or banana pose. So you're gonna, I know, weird name. You're gonna lay straight on your back, so straighten your legs out. And then cross the right ankle over the left. Good. And then bring that, it's hard to do standing. Bring your arms up overhead. And you're gonna grab for opposite elbows. From here, you're going to lean over to your left with the upper body. And then if you can, bring the legs to the left too. So you're gonna make this banana shape as you're lying on your back. It doesn't have to be very deep or a significant bend. You just wanna create a little curve, but keep everything as flat to the mat as you can. So if you can't keep your shoulders flat, maybe grab opposite hands instead of opposite elbows here. You want your shoulders grounded down into the mat, the lower back grounded down into the mat. Good. Probably feel this a little bit in the right IT band, so your upper outer hip. All right, last breath here. All right, and then we'll come back to center. Let's reset by hugging the knees into the chest, giving the shoulders a break, wrapping the arms around the legs. Just take a gentle rock side to side. And then we'll straighten back out. Maybe grab opposite elbows, so opposite forearm on top this time if you remember which one you had. Should probably feel funky. And then we cross the left ankle over the right ankle. And then shimmy or lean over to the right. And then move your legs to the right as well. And checking in with the shoulders and the lower back, making sure everything is still as flat to the earth as your body will allow. Okay, take one more round of breath here. Big inhale. And then exhale. And then go ahead and release the forearms, the elbows, come back to center. Hug the knees back into the chest to neutralize the spine. Rock it right, rock it left. And we'll take a short Shavasana tonight. So go ahead and extend the legs long. Let the arms fall heavy. Palms can stay face down if you want more of that grounding sensation we've been focusing on. Or you can turn the palms up. You're ready for that growth, for that receiving. Right. And then slowly, as you're ready, start to wiggle those fingers and toes again, coming into a bit of movement. You can inhale, reach the arms up overhead, take one last full body stretch. And then hug the knees in, either rock and roll up to a seat or roll to the side, pressing your way up. Coming back to a comfortable seat here. From here, we'll end just how we began. Sweep the arms up overhead. Big inhale. Exhale, hands come to heart center. And we bow forward in gratitude for practice. Namaste. Thank you guys. Bye everyone.